So today I want to check in, and I have my paper falling here. I want to check in on the health of your Facebook groups. How is your Facebook group doing? So I know a couple of months ago, many of you started your own Facebook group, and my question today is, what's going on in there? Are you hearing crickets? Are you getting engagement? Are you actually creating connection? Is your Facebook group reaching those goals that you set out for yourself? Did you even have goals when you started your Facebook group? So today I want to quickly do an overview of what I love to use the Heart-Centered Coach Club for and what my goals are for this group, and really what my intention is. So as I'm sharing, I want you to start to think about if you have a Facebook group or if you've been thinking about creating a Facebook group. I want you to think about what questions you have and put them in the comments below, because what I actually want to do is to create a training for you on how to create and run and just create this amazing community inside Facebook that you can use to create authentic relationships with not only your clients, but lots of other amazing humans like you here in this group. Okay, so if you're watching live, let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay, let me know that too. You can do hashtag replay. And let's dive in. So the Heart-Centered Coach Club is all about connection. All right, it's all about connection and community for me. It's up on my wall. It's one of my values, right? So not only connection with each other, but what I want to share here, which is the point of our Tarot Tuesdays, is connection with ourself, right? So connecting to yourself actually helps you connect with others. So for me, this Facebook group is about connection, building connections, learning how to connect with yourself, feeling worthy of taking time to connect with yourself so that you then have enough gas in the tank to go connect with other amazing humans and put your offers out there in the world. Okay? So the second point and intention for this Facebook group is about community. I want y'all to get to know each other. I want you to support each other. I want this to be a place where you can ask questions and feel safe sharing, and to be able to connect with other amazing coaches. And I know some of you know each other, or maybe you've heard about each other. So it's also about creating that community so we can all come together and support each other. Because I truly believe that there's enough for everybody. There's enough clients for everybody. There's enough money in the world. There is enough work in the world. And this process of building a business there is no scarcity here. There's actually no competition here because there is no one else like you. There is no one else with your skill set, your life experiences, your trainings, all of that together. There's no one else that has that combination, right? So there actually is no competition, which is amazing. And that's why I believe we can all create this amazing community and support each other, okay? The third intention for my Facebook group, and this feels a little bit vulnerable, but I want to share it with you because I know you are growing your business, you're growing your coaching practice, whatever your business looks like. Maybe you have a Facebook group. So I want to tell you the point, the third reason here of having this Facebook group, and that is so I have a community and a place where people can come and actually get to know me, and they can interact with me. You get to interact with me, right? On our Tarot Tuesdays, you're putting your number in the comments, you're telling me what came up on the cards for you, you're asking questions about Tech Friday. So the point is that you can actually get to know who I am as a person, right? And so when I do make an offer in this group, when I invite you into a program, you already know who I am, right? I'm here showing up for you every single week and showing up for myself, because for me, the deepest form of self-care is me honoring this calling to coach you, to create this community, to create this connection. So when I show up on Tuesdays, it's not just for you, it's also for myself. because I know that it's the thing that helps me connect with you. I know that it's the thing that helps me connect with myself, right? And I know that it's the thing that also helps me honor my vision of moving forward with my business, right? Because my business is all about connection to self, connection to others, right? Growth and expansion of learning, expansion of knowledge, expansion of connection. It kind of like starts to go out in all of these different amazing directions. So, the third point that I'm talking about here is yes, you're creating a place of connection where people come, they get to know you so that when you have an offer to share, they already know you. They know who you are. They are not just getting tons of ads in their Facebook feed. When they're looking for a coach, right, they know who you are. When they see something else from maybe a really well-known coach, this just happened. I talked to someone in my Facebook group, right? My first 5 program, and which just finished, and it was freaking amazing, by the way. Everyone's selling programs. It's so fun. But she was saying, like, in her Facebook feed, she started getting all of these different offers of programs. And, you know, she came back to me because she was like, I really want to continue to work with you because I know you and I know this. And all of that seems super confusing and it's hard to make a decision with all of the other programs out there. And then she shared with me that a client came to her looking for life coaching. And she said, well, I've been really interested in life coaching and I know you. I know that you've been doing this. So naturally, I wanted to go to someone that I knew. All right, so the third point of your Facebook group is to create that connection in that space so people can get to know you and then offer your programs. Because if you're a heart-centered coach or you're a heart-centered creative, right, whatever your business is, making offers is service to other people. If I didn't launch First 5, Diane, I see you're watching. If I did not launch First 5, even though I wasn't ready, those amazing people who just went through the program would not be experiencing what they're experiencing right now. They certainly, it would have taken them a lot longer to learn everything that they learned in the 8 weeks of our program, right? But we got in there, we rolled up our sleeves, we got to work, and everyone showed up like in such a major, amazing way. So your Facebook group is also about offering your programs, your offers, your services, whatever that looks like, right? So I don't want you to be afraid and just feel like you have to do everything for free for like 3 years before you offer one of your programs. All right, people they're waiting for you to offer something. Okay, so let that be an invitation for you too to think about how you might offer your program. And if you have questions about that, definitely let me know. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share. Morning, Kathy. Hey, Dan. Yeah, totally. And Diane, I'm so glad you brought that up. So the First 5, I wasn't supposed to launch that until the end of May. And because I had carved out time on my calendar to work on the course, when everything happened with the pandemic, I actually saw the need. And even though I was not ready, I opened up the doors because I said, you know what? We're going to do this. It's not ready to go, but they need this. I saw the need in my community here in the Heart Center Coach Club. I saw the need and said, oh, I feel like I don't have my shit together, but I'm going to open the doors anyway and we can get started. And guess what? 8 weeks later, the course was built. Amazing people got amazing results and they're continuing to get amazing results in their business. So starting before you're ready is so, so crucial. And for those of you who are like me, and I literally spent 4 years behind my computer playing and developing programs and thinking about what I was going to offer. When you can build something as you go, it's going to be a better program. All right, you are going to get to interact with them. The thing that you were going to teach, maybe you need to move that a couple weeks away. So one thing we talk about in First Five is that it's really easy to overwhelm our clients with all the things. Then they get overwhelmed and they feel like they're not showing up for themselves, and then they get disappointed. And then when their program ends, they're like, I've got so much stuff. I just need to focus on what I've already learned before I can take that next step with you, when you actually know implementation is where they're going to need the support, right? So we talked about that a lot in First Five, of what is actually going to serve your client, and not you just proving that you know a lot of awesome stuff. All right. Okay. Diane has a question, so I'm going to answer it here. And as you're watching this replay, let me know what your questions are about Facebook groups. Just put them all in the comments so I can put together a training all about Facebook groups. This is very high level today. There's lots of nuances to Facebook groups. And before I go into all of that, I really want to know what your questions are. Again, getting the information first, hearing what people's questions are, and then I get to go and build it for you. Okay, so the difference between a private and a closed or secret group. So the Heart-Centered Coach Club is a private group, but yet people in the public can see that, they can see the group, right? So if they're searching for coaching groups, right? Life coaching groups, whatever kind of coaching groups, they can see the Heart-Centered Coach Club pop up. They still need to request to join. So that's a private group. All right. So we actually, if we have a Facebook group for our business, we want it to be visible, but we don't necessarily just want anybody coming in, right? There's lots of spam bots out there and stuff like that. So that's why I like to keep the group private, to make sure that the people who are coming in, right, they're coming in to really learn about coaching. They are heart-centered, and they're not just coming in here to promote a bunch of stuff too. So that's why I have those couple of questions set up before people can enter the Facebook group. The setting is a private group, and yet so the public can see it, but there's still a little barrier to entry with the questions, just so I can monitor the quality of the group. A secret group, right, that's something that nobody else will be able to see. So let's say, for example, I had a group with my girlfriends, right? It was just an accountability group to really talk about our creativity. Nobody else needed to know that that was our group. It was just the three of us. So that was a secret group that, you can just have with your family, let's say, or your friends. But if you're doing it for business, I would recommend a private group, so you have that barrier to entry. Okay, so this is just the high level, and I want to leave you with this. If you have a Facebook group, or you're thinking about creating a Facebook group, what are your intentions for the group? What is the purpose of the group? All right, what do you want to happen in that group? And if you have a business, I want it to be related to your business, okay? Because there is a lot of stuff that we have to do to run our businesses. So if you're just doing a Facebook group for free, that's all well and good. But if it's not connecting back to your business, I just want you to think about your time and energy and attention there, because, it does take time and energy to run a group, right? And it is well worth it when you have the goals of the group outlined, your intentions of the group outlined, and how you're going to show up in that group outlined, okay? And that's the last piece that I want to touch upon here. So your homework is to think about what intentions do you have for your Facebook group? Okay, and what are the goals of your Facebook group? What do you want to use it for? Yes, Kathy, that has changed. So Kathy's question is, Facebook used to let people in even before they answered questions. Yes, so if your group is set to private, you have to approve members, okay? And make sure when you set up your Facebook group, and if you have questions on how to set that up, let me know in the comments too. But the way that this group is set up is the members have to be approved by moderators, okay, by the admin team. That way we can really make sure that we're not just getting like a bunch of spam bots in the group, which would kind of yes, your numbers might go up, but who cares about that, right? If the group integrity starts to be all wobbly. So we really want to make sure that the people are coming in are awesome, amazing humans, right? And they're not crazy weirdos. Okay, I had one more thought here, and that is about consistency. Okay, so as a body mind coach, we talk a lot about your energy and alignment. And the thing that I get some pushback on when it comes to Facebook groups is, well, that feels, if I'm showing up every single week around the same time, that feels constricting, right? That feels a little bit heavy. And my response to that is, if you have a free group that you are running, it is your responsibility to show up in there. Okay, it is your responsibility to show up. And why not show up consistently so your members know what to expect? On Tarot Tuesday, you know that I am going to be there. I'm not always perfect with my timing, like the same exact time, but you know I'm going to be there on Tuesday, right? And so that consistency is also building just an awareness for your clients, for your members, for your followers, that you're going to be there for them. Okay. And if you are showing up once and then you don't show up again for 5 weeks, and then you show up again, and then you show up a little bit, like it just, my intention for my Facebook group for the Heart Center Coach Club is to show you who I am, show you my heart as a human, show you how I show up for my clients, right? We were talking about this yesterday. When you can show people online how you will show up for them, just imagine what it's like when you show up for your clients. Especially, I'm talking to you, you know who I'm talking to here. If you're shifting your business and you really want to show up for your clients in a major way, right? When you're showing up online, you don't have to go all out and be there all the time, but that consistency is queen. That's the thing that really helps people. Yeah, Diane, you said it. Consistently is reliability, right? When someone hires me as their coach, they know I'm going to freaking show up for them 1,000%. And they get a little taste of that here in this Facebook group. All right, so there's lots of things that we can talk about. So I want to know your questions in the comments below. I have lots of ideas on what type of a Facebook group training, but I'm just really curious at where you are. Do you have a Facebook group? Have you been thinking about it? What feels heavy about it? What feels exciting about it? How do you want to show up consistently? I want to know everything in the comments below. So let me know. All right. If you know someone who might enjoy our Facebook group, please invite them. Maybe you can think of 1 or 2 people who might love our Tarot Tuesdays or here on Tech Fridays. And you can invite them into the group by just either sending them the URL in Facebook, or they can go to carlyclarkzimmer.com/Facebook and they'll come right here. All right, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.